Hello and welcome to the House of the Spirit. Welcome home. Today we're going to have a reading about what changes and major shifts are on the horizon right now for you. I was inspired by this new moon in Sagittarius that is coming in a few days. And the energy of the new moon in Sagittarius is quite independent and unafraid of change. So it can be a little bit revolutionary, idealistic, and I thought that the Tower, the card, the Tower, would best represent this energy, although the Tower sometimes is not a very personal card, so it's not change that is coming exactly from us, but I think it's the way we specifically adapt to the change that is happening in our environment. So the independent spirit, the true nature that is being revealed in this major shift that is coming. So the first pile we have Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, and Scorpio. The second pile we have Virgo, Capricorn, and Gemini wants to run away. Interesting, Gemini. Pisces also. Okay. The third pile we have Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, and Aries. Okay, so the first pile, we have this Tower card represented by Shiva. The second pile, we have this Tower card. It's very dynamic, a lot of movement in this card. And in the third pile, we have this one. And the key word is lightning bolt. Okay, so I would also like to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like and share this video if you enjoy it. And I will leave you to choose your pile with your intuition, the Tower card, or your zodiac sign. I'll see you in a pile. Pile number one. So let's see what major shift is coming for you, inspired by this new moon in Sagittarius. What are the big changes coming to you right now? A lot of cards. Let's see what else comes up. One more. Okay. And this one. Okay. So let's start with the oracle cards. Healing, transformation, rebirth, confrontation, and emptiness. Travel, seasickness, being lost, disorientation, release. Love, childlike innocence, play, honesty, essence. Masters, deepest fears, bravery, temperance, and selflessness. Armor, amplification, shield, honor, ceremony. Oh, sorry. So we have the Lotus. Interesting. And Bess. He's been coming out a lot, right? Interesting. Maybe it's a bit of a collective influence. And we have a little child. There's a lot of childlike playfulness. Also Bess. It's a little bit mischievous, a little bit playful. a long way. Okay. And gloomy thoughts. So, let's get you some tarot cards and see what is this major shift that is coming for you. It's already sounding to me like a coming of age story, so some of you might be quite young, or I am talking to the younger you, and there's something there that's helpful for now, or you are in a point in your life where you have a sort of threshold to overcome. I see this being something that kind of isolates you, something that you have to do on your own, like you have to prove yourself somehow to yourself, not to others. I don't think so. It seems to me like it's a transformation that you have to go through. And I think that you're going to start something that's kind of disorienting. It's kind of making you dizzy, like the sea. It's like there are so many opportunities, not opportunities. There are so many things that can happen, and it can seem like it's too much. There's a sort of an amplifying of some situation or of your perception that is possibly a little bit scary. It's like being this small character here, looking at this vastness of the ocean. But you see there's a lighthouse there, so there's guidance, but it seems like it's far away. Okay, let's see. The Two of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, King of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Cups. I see. There is a youthful energy to this. It's like, I feel like you're returning to a place, or returning somewhere, returning to innocence, returning to the child, discovering the child. I don't know. I don't think it's discovering. I feel like it's returning to I'm hearing like process, a project, returning to a project, returning to a place where you had a project that you had forgotten, possibly something that you thought was lost, and it's not. You're just, I feel like you're far away from what you want, or that you feel like you're far away from what you want, like you're not mature enough, or that you don't have the experience, that you don't have the skills or the knowledge, the wisdom. It's not the skills, no. I think it's more like the wisdom. It's like you think you lack the wisdom. But I think, and that's the first feeling I get here, is that Actually, no one really has the wisdom, because you have to discover how your wisdom is working, how you do things is your specific wisdom. And I think that when you face that danger, that fear, you will master that wisdom. But for now, it seems like you are too tender. Maybe it's painful. I feel like there's a change, like it's very emotional. It's very related to your memories. Because you have Bess here, some of you might have experienced betrayal in your romantic life, and I feel like you feel so hurt. It's like you were a little child again. You're so many images coming to my mind right now. It's kind of confusing. Let me see if I can. So I feel like you have to find your ground. You have to find your rock. Your rock. You have a rock with a cross. It's like the place where you have to be. And then you also have a lighthouse here. So it's like a rock with something that is erected there. So I feel like you have to find this point where it's like it's your highest point, and it's where you stand your ground. Like, this is the highest view of the landscape, and I am here. I have that wisdom. I know the land. I know the landscape. I know this place. I feel like it's my domain. Although it's not your property, but it's your land. It's your landscape. It's where you feel, it's not exactly control, but it's safe. Where you feel safe. Because I feel like something in this child is unsafe and needs to be reassured, needs to be played with love and embraced and protected and shielded, because the wider world is just too amplified. It's too big for the little child. So we have to go to a place where we feel like we have some sort of idea, like we have discovered, we have explored, we have the knowledge of the land. We know where everything is if we have the highest vantage point, right? So this little child needs to climb up the mountain, and instead of looking at the sea with the gloomy thoughts and thinking like this is the end of the world, like I can't move forward because this is too dangerous, this is too overwhelming, this is too much for me, you have to search for that lighthouse and be guided somehow by the light. It's very kind of poetic. The world. Death. Sometimes this death card reminds me of the Hermit also. The Hermit can also be someone guiding us from the other side, because he's not on this plane or not in the same dimension as everyone else, but he's shining a light to others, guiding you. And this card, this is Yama, god of death. He is also shining a light onto the darkness. And there's death and pieces of people and sickness possibly. But he's guiding you so that you are not affected by this but it's like you can't really grasp the whole world yet. It's like you need to be guided. 10 of Wands. It's too much. It's too much also for the emotional body. Is, yeah. The Wheel. This is kind of also reminding me of the internet. Like the internet sometimes has so much information. It's a sensory overload, but it's also an emotional overload because we don't have the time to digest everything we see. And it's very overwhelming at times. And we have to really learn to make this selection, and also the Wheel here to me is also letting time pass so that your body and your natural cycles can operate, and giving that space for that to happen. Pages of Staves or Wands. 2 pages here. I really think it's like learning as you go, learning as you are trying things, learning as you are experimenting, but being kind and having compassion for yourself so that you can recover and you can learn. Because I think that, yeah, this reading, it is about a major shift that is happening. And it's possibly something that you will have some trouble digesting. So I think that this reading came to you so that whenever you feel this great shift, this great power that is moving things in your life, give yourself time, give yourself space as much as you can so that you can digest things. So this is important for your health. This is important for your body and also your psyche, and it will help everyone around you. So, people who experience a lot of fear of missing out and are very excitable should be very wary, I think, of this, because this energy here for me is really a little bit overwhelming. Lotus is like being on the verge of a change, on the verge of on a portal, let's say, and opening a portal into too much information. That's what I feel here. Okay, so let's get some more cards to clarify this major change. King of Swords, the Lovers, Death again, major changes. Okay. The Ace of Cups and the Sun. Interesting. So, I think that this experience is very strong. You'll feel something very intense. I do think so. You will possibly I'm getting a lot of information. So changing your ideas, changing your mind is... I really think that what I said in the beginning of the video is very accurate for this pile. So the changing your mind, changing your ideas, and it's what is the theme? What is the sorry. What is this aspect of your life? The Hermit. I think that this is a spiritual shift. This is a spiritual change. And once you change your mind about your inner growth, you are going to get so much wisdom. So, what I mean here is, once you get on that place of guidance, you get to that place where you find that light. I think that this light here is represented by the King of Arrows, the King of Swords. It's possibly someone that is standing there that is also going to help you. This person is going to show you options. And once those options are laid out in front of you, you can choose what you want for yourself and also change things that are not working for you right now. I think that you will also change some aspects about your appearance, your physical appearance. You will possibly choose a specific discipline, like a physical discipline, and specific exercises or a practice, a physical practice. You will also go from being a beginner to being closer to your objectives, possibly choosing a specific area of expertise. Choosing a teacher, it's also possible here, like choosing the right teacher for you, the right guide for you. So basically, I would say that you are now at a time where you need guidance. You need the opportunity to have some time with someone who can explain to you things, who can show you options. I think that this is something to do with either your physical appearance, your physical health. Psychological health can also be at play here because they're so connected. And also possibly career opportunities or good connections, like having good connections to specific people who can help you. And this can also start something new in your life related to your career, related to a project, a creative thing that you want to do. But I think you're still considering, there's still a lot of, it's like undefined, it's kind of neutral state, but it's like you're on the verge of opening a door to a whole new dimension that brings a lot of, it can bring a lot of chaos. It can bring a lot of people who can undermine your plans. People who can burden you with the wrong things, the wrong information. They can mislead you. You feel like you can be like, I feel like you're feeling tender. You're feeling soft, like a person who has been hurt or betrayed before, but wants to start something new and is kind of in between. And this reading is telling you that once you get that help and once you get on that vantage point, that's when you will see things and you will feel safe enough and secure and confident to move forward into this beautiful and powerful, life-affirming evolution. It's very spiritual. I think this reading is about your spirituality, although there are a lot of implications, of course. It's everything. It's in everything we do. And I think you should find this teacher. So focusing on this guiding light that is he's already ready. He's ready for you. This guide is ready for you. He's waiting for you to come to him so that he can present you with your choices. It's a little bit abstract. Is it possibly like a temple or something like this? I don't know. Maybe it's like a temple on top of a mountain or something. Or you meet this, like, I don't know, this group on top of a mountain? Maybe it's near a lighthouse. It reminds me of Sintra. Sintra in Portugal, like it's a mountain, has a lighthouse, and it's a very spiritual place. It's kind of similar to this landscape. And kind of reminds me of that. Maybe there's a master there. Maybe there's something that you need to see there that is very specific to your spiritual path, this place. This is a really spiritual reading. Can you see? I really feel like this is about you finding a piece of yourself, something that is very important, something that can help you integrate your being. It can help you connect to so many pieces of yourself, that even like the child in you, if you're not young enough to see yourself as a child, of course. Beautiful reading. Thank you so much for this, and I hope you also enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 2. Let's see what is a major change, major shift that is coming for you, inspired by this new moon in Sagittarius. We have, a lot of Kipper cards. Let's see. Okay. So we have power, magic, life, energy, manifestation. Love this card. Origins, loss, trial and error, warrior spirit, and survival. And revisions, learning in silence, studying, reason, and discernment. Okay, cool. The marriage card. Unexpected money. I think I'll put the cards different. Yeah. A change. And sad news. Okay. Then we have Seth. Talk about change. Hathor. And again, I think it's just a collective thing. Possibly feeling the instability, the volatility, the chaos of the moment. It's interesting, this position of the cards. It's like there's a sort of a wall. It's like protection from something, from chaos, possibly. But it's interesting that these two cards are next to each other, so the unexpected money and Hathor, and you see they both have the bovine characters. Hathor is a cow goddess related to fertility, to motherhood, to abundance, good luck, good fortune, protection, everything that's good, everything that's about, also about food, about nourishment, like the mother energy. Then you have this very, very funny character who is hit by the magic wand of this angel, and he finds the money by chance. So it's, to me, this is about good fortune. This is about finding something in a lucky way, in an unexpectedly fortunate way. And here with the sad news, you can also see it's like the animals are understanding her. I don't know. I feel like there's it's like there's a protection here from people who understand something, who can see what's wrong, let's say, what needs to be done. So, you know what, I'm feeling something very strongly here, which is that you already know the big change. You already know, most of you, I think, if it resonates, most of you already know what the big change is. Either you know what you have to do, or you don't know yet what you have to do, but you know the change is coming. You know what kind of change is on the horizon. You're just wanting to understand. You're kind of like, I think you want to anticipate bad news. You want to pray for the best, but expect the worst. So be protected. I really feel like you want to be protected. There's this fortress, this wall to protect your manifestation, your precious cargo, let's say. You really want to understand where to draw the line, where to put one thing and the other, so that you are certain that you are protecting the right things, and you are leaving room and freedom for other things to grow, to be kind of fortunate and unexpected in a way. Marriage card is also about signing contracts and agreements, having your signature on paper. And with Seth here, Seth is not a positive card at all. It's a very negative card in everything. And it's also about malicious intent from other people towards you. I feel like you want to put something down, like write something that protects you from the evil intent of others. So that you can be fortunate, so that you can be relaxed and open to fortunate events. And also to be protected from any changes and chaos and mischievous actions or mischievous entities, interference, people who are not ill-intended, or they don't mean, harm, but can do harm, even if not intentionally. It's very, I feel like you're someone very cautious, very, very cautious, very aware of the situation. And maybe that's why also the Gemini disc wanted to kind of flee, wanted to run away, because I think that there's this need to retreat in a way, to be protected, to know where to be, like to be in the right place at the right time, so that you're not involved in any confusion. the High Priestess, a lot of intuition, possibly some information coming to you in your dreams or in meditation that already has alerted you. The Four of Swords. There's this retreat here, this need to be on the lowdown. Death, change. Maybe you want to change this? Let's see. Ace of Cups. King of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. The Moon. The Hierophant. And the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I really feel like you have to hide something or protect something. Maybe even protect that thing until it's ready to come forth, to be exposed. Protect it legally. For instance, if you have an idea about something that is very unique and original, you might want to patent it so that no one can use it to do any harm, but so that you can also be available to receive the blessings that come from that material abundance, or maybe partnerships that could come to you. But imagine if someone would take credit for what you did and people wouldn't contact you. They would instead contact some sort of like con artist, or someone who would say that they invented that thing, or that they were the most knowledgeable person and not you, and would kind of steal your identity in a way and your work. So this reading is telling you that you need, I think you're right to think that you have to protect your creations, not only because of the money or, the material wealth that can come from that, but also so that you can have this alignment of your intention and what is produced, so that you can have some sort of control over your idea. I think you already have this mindset that's very healthy and very down to earth, realistic. And it's also interesting that I think that at one point it will be exposed. It will come out to the public, into the public, and it will be known, and you will be known for what you have done. You will be seen and respected. I see like someone here like learning it's like the paper that describes your work or seeing your work. I really think like you should be mindful and cautious of all the paperwork that is involved here, because once you get out into the public, you will be scrutinized. There's a sort of there's people studying you, and that's how it should be, because I think that that's what gives you the opportunities, and that's what will open doors for you. But it's also something that kind of exposes your creation. So it's a good thing to protect it. And at some point it will change. So I want to ask, so maybe a little bit more about this creation of yours, what it is. And also, beautiful. The Ten of Swords. This Ten of Swords is very sublime to me. This bird is so pure and unscathed and elegant. Kind of reminds me of the Swan Lake dance. And to me, it's like escaping from a situation, escaping from it pure and innocent. So I think that you are well aware of what this is, because this is something that you have been fighting for a while now. There's the written word, the written down, the signatures are very important, and they are the ones who connect you to Seth energy. And I think that you are going to have a blessing. You're protected, and you're getting unexpected solutions to release you from this. It can be it can also be your word. Sometimes verbal agreements or spells, even like things we say, can also have a very, profound effect in our lives, because people can take words very seriously, and they can have a very deep effect in our own lives without us really remembering the event, the specific conversation, or something maybe that was recorded about us and that was seen by someone else, and we don't really know how it impacted them. And we're kind of, sometimes we are suffering the consequences of things that we don't really remember or understand. And I think that this reading is coming to you so that you know that this situation will change. Something will change about agreements and contracts and spells and things that you said in the past, or that was said to you, that will come to a close. Something will change completely now. And if it's some kind of mischief or lying, it's coming to the surface. It's being exposed. If it's your own work that you feel like you need to protect, your own ideas, it's also going public, but you need to wait a little longer so that you're protected. Legally, you're protected in documents, and everything is clear, and your conscience is clear, and everything is clean. So, yeah, coming clean, coming away from a situation. And when is this change? Is there like a timing? Is timing important for pile number 2? King of Cups. You know, I think that timing is important, but not the calendar time. The timing here is about the relationships of all the pieces just aligning. The energy of the pieces must flow. So they don't have to be in a row. I see them just kind of clicking into a position, a specific position that has the right distance and the right intensity and just the right emotion, the perfect balanced emotion. And that's when things start to move forward. It doesn't really matter like the timing, the time of the watch, the time of the calendar. It doesn't matter. It's just all that matters is that the people involved, the energies involved are matching. That's the only thing that I see here that's very important pertaining to timing. And I want to know a little bit more about what you need to be protected from specifically. The Knight of Cups. You know, it's all about how people feel. How people feel about a situation. So although there are papers, possibly there are words that were spoken, there's communication. I feel like there's something with words that was set, that was kind of recorded, registered. And the way people see that has to possibly even become deeper, become more connected. There needs to be more emotional involvement, more awareness, more love. And I think that you have to protect this. So you are protecting whatever has to be protected until people love it more. That's interesting. But how will they love it more? How will, if you don't? I think that they will love it more. It's not that everyone will know about it. I think that you have to show it, or you have to come into connection with a specific person that will open that door for you. And that person is the one who is going to also to help you through this change, this major shift from something hidden towards something exposed, is with the help of a deep connection with someone. It can be romantic, it can be a family member, it's just someone who truly sees you and truly loves you and respects you and comes into your life in a very kind, joyful, sweet manner. Okay, so what is the final outcome of this? The Magician. Wow. And the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like the final outcome of this is really just being able to manifest whatever you want and being safe and secure in your position so that you are not interfered with. And there are no interferences. It's your will and nobody else's. And I don't know why, but to me, these two cards are speaking to me. It's like you don't owe anyone any explanation. You can do whatever you want unapologetically and just focus on what you want. Focus on the task at hand and not really care about other people's energy, other people's interference, if there's anything hidden. So really being more pragmatic and more just, what's in front of you is more important, and not so much what is in the past, what is hidden, and what is, all the little interferences. Beautiful. Thank you so much for this. If you also enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye. Pile number 3. Let's see what major change is coming for you. What is the major shift that is on the horizon for pile number 3? See what the Kipper has to say. And the Egyptian. Okay. Let's start with the Oracle. Okay. Purge, healing, work, cleansing, focus, and priority. Excuse me. Mutation, sudden change, authenticity, justice, ego death, sudden change. So something sudden. Seeds, potential, explosion, simplicity, humility. Gloomy thoughts. Marriage card. Interesting. So this one came out in pile number 2 and this one came out in pile number 1. That's interesting. Receiving a gift. So maybe something that's happening by Christmas time and it's sudden. So I think we're really clear on the timing. Interesting. Okay, Sekhmet, the goddess of war. Imhotep. This is the equivalent to the Judgment, but not really. This deck is a little bit different. And Nefertiti. Wow, I think that this change that is very sudden, it's going to happen by Christmas time. You're going to be creating something at that time and also possibly exposing it to the public. There's a lot of eyes here. There's a celebration for sure, because marriage card is also about celebrating something and coming to an agreement, to signing a contract, or it's just like a celebration, a confirmation, let's say, of something. There's also an interesting connection here, because Imhotep and the marriage card are both about written documents, agreements, signing something. And Nefertiti can also be about getting a gift. So there's a connection here, like getting a gift, getting like a surprise influx of money, some sort of a present. It's a very good card for career and money matters. And you have the gloomy thoughts and Sekhmet, and it can also represent the loss of money. It can represent war, conflict. So possibly feeling like you have lost something with the gloomy thoughts here, like you lost money, like you lost your rights. Somebody took away your rights. Somebody took away an opportunity from you. And then something happens, something in the register, something written. There's a contract, an agreement that changes the situation into you receiving a gift by Christmas. Maybe it's like if you are in a legal situation, battling in court, I think that you will come to a very good agreement and you will be unexpectedly winning, or you will have like an unexpected victory, or something that you thought was lost and that is regained. And it's sudden, so I think that you're not really expecting it. So maybe this reading might change that a little bit. And it's something that you have worked for. It's a priority for you. It's something very important. And I also think that it's something that you have already planted the seeds for. It's something that is just about to explode, to change. And from something very simple that you did in the past and maybe didn't really produce anything that was of value to you, will change, will suddenly give you abundance. The Four of Cups, The Tower. So this was the significator card that I chose for this pile. So this is a confirmation that, to me, also that it's sudden. It's something that you're not really expecting. Like the timing is kind of, it's going to catch you off guard. The Six of Cups. So it's going from a kind of stagnation, emotional stagnation. It's not exactly giving up, but it's a little bit like giving in. Like, it's up to God right now. I can't do anything. It's out of my power. And it comes true. Your dream comes true. Wow, adventure with the Knight of Pentacles. Things get materialized. It gets manifested. Something is manifested. The burden. Six of Swords. Six of Cups and Six of Swords. I think that you're going to understand where to go after this, what to do after. Knight of Wands with youthfulness. Inner voice, the Empress. The Fool, going on an adventure. I think you're also going to feel freedom. You're going to feel freedom. Freedom to speak your voice, to speak your truth. Affability. You'll feel connection with other people. It's like opening your heart to something. Okay, so, and what is the outcome? What is the outcome of this? Understanding or comprehension with the Knight of Swords. Nine of Cups with laziness. I think that you're going to be moving into a phase of your life where you can rest. I know that the key word here is laziness, but when I see the Nine of Cups, sometimes I just see someone who can finally rest and relax and enjoy life, like the pleasures of life, like having a drink and sitting, in the shade. And I think that it's like, but it's still creating itself. It's still like a reality that is shaping itself around the character. And so it's like, where you have to go to rest. You can't really just let everything go and just, not do anything for the rest of your life or something like that. That's not the point. I really think that the point is just that you can give this matter, you can put this matter to rest. You can put this situation to rest because it's like a done thing. It's a done deal. So I want to know a little bit more about the situation itself. Is it a legal thing? Is it some sort of agreement? Guidance. The Three of Pentacles. So it's also something that you've been working on. I feel, we have the work here. I feel like you are already moving towards this, and it's been a long time. You've been working at it. Nothingness. The Hierophant. This can be many things, but I want to know what is the gift. So what is this gift that is coming for you? Slowing down with the Page of Pentacles. The Rebel. This is the Emperor, more or less. And we have 2 more cards. And Receptivity, the Queen of Cups, and Creativity with the Empress. This is, wow, I think I understand now. The Empress, the Emperor. So I think that the gift is a partnership, like a divine partnership. And it can also be the perfect balance. And when I say perfect, I mean really profound perfection that is imperfect, of course, because there is no perfection in real life, but we have that sublime concept of perfection, right? So I feel like it's almost like getting in contact with a divine entity, with something that is very divine in yourself. So this reading kind of took a turn towards the more spiritual aspect of your life and having the access, like the direct access to the divine, to the source of creation. It's so deep and profound that it might be, for some of you, to be able to conceive a child, if that's what you are working on and if that's what you want. It can be that energy. With Nefertiti here, there's this feminine connection also, this intuitive connection that's very subtle, very ethereal. I feel like you've been working on this, but it's something that's quite immaterial in a way, that's spiritual. But it has a practical, okay, probably a written aspect or story, or so maybe some of you are working on a book, are working on some sort of a story that needs the connection to the divine. And you have been working on it, and you kind of gave it to God. And God is, or the spirit, or whatever is your highest belief, is presenting you with your dream. And also a call to adventure. A call to love. For some of you, it might be a partnership, a partner, a romantic partner, or a work partnership. Someone who is coming to help you achieve this dynamic balance between the Empress and the Emperor, and open the channels. I feel like there's it's like the channels are blocked, and then suddenly there's a lightning bolt, like the awakening of all the chakras, and suddenly the person is flowing, everything is flowing, everything is open again. Everything in the body and in the soul of the person, the emotional body, everything is flowing again. Because you gave this up. So interesting. And I feel like once this dynamic appears in your life, everything around it will adapt and change and kind of crack and move. And it's interesting. It's like earth shattering in a way, but at the same time, it's very creative. It's not destructive. It's like things trying to shape themselves around this energy, that's this dynamic, this flux, this fountain. And I think that you have been tempted to give up, or so involved in the loss, so involved in the conflicts, in the nastiness potentially, that you forgot about this capacity that it's actually innate in everyone, and it's something that is accessible to everyone, but we all have our own stories. It's like there was a story that needed to end. There was a contract, let's say, that needed to end so that you could receive this Christmas gift. So it's coming by Christmas. Something is coming. Something very profound. Something spiritual, emotional, connected to your intuition. And I also feel like it's something that's going to motivate you tremendously. It's very vital. It's something that will infuse you with passionate energy and vitality. And also this I see like this spirit that allows you to see things slowly. So it's, like when people are in love and they go outside or go on the street, and it's like everything is, the colors are brighter, the light of the sun is brighter, everything seems more colorful and happy, and everyone seems to also kind of react to that. Seeing how you feel changes also the people around you, and they kind of gravitate towards you because they feel that same love. So it's like pouring this love all around you. It is like falling in love. So it's kind of an ecstatic experience. It's like seeing in color for the first time in many years, like going from this blackness to every color in the rainbow and stars in your hair. So I don't know what the gift might be, but I know that it's something that is going to make you tremendously happy and fulfilled, and you're not going to see it coming. I think it's something that you really don't see it coming. That's interesting. But it's like you don't see it coming, but everyone else sees it. That's strange. Or there are a lot of people who are seeing it because you have all the eyes here. That's interesting. Oh, I have noticed something. You see the eyes here also. Other people see it. You don't see it. So maybe it's time for you to see it. Maybe it's time for you to take off your shades and see that you have a lot of opportunities, you have a lot of things going for you, and that you can express them. You can be peculiar, you can be your own inspiration. I don't know, but there's a gift from Spirit here, and it's coming. It's I think it's coming in Christmas time. You're not going to see it coming because I don't think you understand either who it is or where it's coming from. It's going to surprise you somehow. Although people are usually, they're used to getting gifts by Christmas time, but I don't know, something is going to surprise you. Is it an apology? Just one more card because I got this. It can be an apology. It can be about a conflict that is going to be solved by Christmas time. It's possible. A struggle that is going to end by Christmas time, and you're going to be surprised because it's like a gift to you. Beautiful. Thank you so much for this, and I hope you also enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye.